Organizations everywhere need to cut costs in order to increase productivity. Technology, more often than not, is providing some of these cost-effective solutions, as Mabali discovered in the food transportation industry.
Is it just me, or is it becoming more and more expensive to put food on your table? The price of food is on a steady uphill climb, driven in part by the rise in fuel costs. That makes your spaghetti and fillet steak more expensive to transport, and ultimately, that expense is passed on to you. So when we heard about some clever ways of using technology to cut down transport costs, we thought we had to find out more. Let's begin with a quick history lesson. First, there was GPS, a device that helps drivers plot the best routes to their destinations. That technology was great, but it was not able to track the necessary information about a vehicle, which would help monitor fuel use and driving behavior, and so aid in reducing operation costs. It also didn't help in terms of cargo security or driver safety, as it had no communication modem to enable transmissions of location information. So, cellular-based AVL systems were added to help locate a vehicle and send real-time location information, as well as vehicle fault monitoring and fuel monitoring back to base. But what happens when the vehicle goes through an area where there's no network coverage? A South African transport company has come up with a solution, and quite simply, they combine satellite GPS with AVL feedback. This means that a tracking device will use a cellular network to track a vehicle and send live updates about that vehicle. Once the vehicle enters an area where the cellular network is lost, it switches to the satellite service, where these updates are stored and then sent out again once cellular coverage is restored. The company has also applied their innovative minds to solve the problem of lost fuel. In practice, fuel is sometimes siphoned off by drivers to be resold and replaced by lower-grade fuel that could harm the engine of the lorry to escape detection.
One of our technical team realized that the stuff we use on the cell phone we can use in monitoring the fuel levels. So we took a chip out of the cell phone, made some adaptations to it, and we managed it to monitor your fuel levels and manage your fuel around it in a very cost-effective way.
By placing a fuel rod in the fuel tank, the company can check the rate of fuel consumption and help curb fuel theft by monitoring average consumption, location, and fuel levels.
So if you look from here, this is the probe that goes into the tank, and this is where we connect the unit. So once we connect the unit, we'll start getting the readings from the probe to the unit and into our web-based software.
How does this affect your food bill, you might ask? Well, dual-mode GPS systems provide the advantages of high bandwidth, lower-cost data transmission in cellular areas, and the secure, uninterrupted satellite communications in areas with no cellular coverage. This, together with the reduction of operational costs due to the fuel monitoring technology that they have also implemented, will eventually mean that the end user, that's you and me, will not have to fork out more for the food we eat.